And that's coming in loud. Let's turn it down here. Yeah, I normally don't play VNs, but this one had me a little curious. For obvious reasons. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I'm actually playing on controller. Actually, like, sitting cross-legged in my chair here. But let's see how it goes. I don't know. This thing was a little weird and buggy earlier when I was testing it, but oh well. Let's give it a shot. Probably won't be a long one. Everything was engulfed in a raging sea of fire. Driven to the edge, the two had resigned themselves to their fates.
火に囲まれてしまった。もう逃げ場はない。
ごめんなさい。私が道ならぬ恋を願ってしまったから。
Oh no.
あなたの恋人になろうとしたばっかりに、館を追われ、隠れ家を焼かれ、そしてついに崖の際にまで追い詰められてしまうなんて、こんなことなら好きになんてならなければよかった。
悲しいことを言わないでくれ。僕は少しも後悔してないよ。だってたった一瞬とはいえ君と愛し合えたのだから。
Reading the guy's part? Or is she reading the story?
ドーレス様。
エミリー。
私苦しんで死ぬのは嫌です。
ならば僕と一緒に飛び降りてくれるかい、この崖から。
はい、あなたと一緒でしたら何も怖くはございません。
Is this perhaps what they call in the business foreshadowing?
ずっとお慕い申し上げております。
僕もさ、君との絆は永遠だと信じている。来世でまた会おう。そして結婚しよう。はい。
And so the two embraced each other, stepping as if with one will into the eternal abyss. Thus the nobleman and maid, promising to meet in the next life, threw themselves into the dark depths of the ravine, and lived happily ever after? I guess. What's the point if you're dead? And there's no such thing as eternal love either. I, Theo Francois, closed the book. Miss Marine let me borrow this popular romance novel, but it's not really my cup of tea. Yeah, this way the text kind of lops off over there. Is it the resolution? I have this at 1080. I know it's fiction, but there's no way a noble and a maid could ever fall in love. Oh man. I'm reminded of what's that series by Kaoru Mori? I think it was Emma, the Victorian romance. That one's a noble falling in love with the maid, right? There's no guarantee of an afterlife either. This isn't realistic at all. Tips Fedora. Yawn. For some reason, simply reading this book seems to have tired me out, and I feel an air of drowsiness come over me. I guess I should get some sleep. I just hope I can sleep soundly until morning. I let out a deep sigh, remembering the nightmare I've been having for the past 10 years. Until a few months ago, I'd maybe have it once a month at worst, but lately, it's been almost a nightly occurrence. Even though I should be used to it at this point, it still makes me feel uneasy, so I have trouble sleeping. At least, let me have a different dream. I find myself sitting on a sandy beach. The warm sea breeze caresses my cheeks, and I hear the sound of the waves brushing against the shore. Summertime. Ordinary children at the beach would normally enjoy swimming, building sandcastles, or doing anything that was fun. Yeah, that is gonna drive me up the wall. Well, it's not like I have it. It's not like I even have time to play. I pick up a book by my side. It's a book on rulership that Father told me to read. But it's crammed full of difficult words that make my head spin just looking at them. I can't just ignore it though. As a member of the Francois family, I have to live up to Father's expectation.
ねえねえ、何を読んでるの？
An unexpected voice startles me, and I look over to see a girl peering at me. Oof, got a big head there. None of your business. Go away.
あんたこそ向こうに行ってよ。ここは私の場所よ。
The girl's boldness catches me off guard. I can't help but tilt my head in puzzlement. That's funny. This whole area is owned by my family, so this spot can't be yours.
そんなの知らない。私、いつもここで太田の練習をしてるの。今日も練習したいから、早くどいて。
Unbelievable. Could I go and call the guards? They'll probably give her such a scolding that she'll never want to come back here again. That's what happens if you go against the Francois family. But I take a quick peek at the girl. She has a cute face, but her clothes are tattered. Her hands and feet are stained with mud too. Stained with mud. I can tell at a glance that she's a farmer's daughter. It's also our duty to protect our people. So if I hurt this girl, sister might scold me too. Fine. Have it your way. Just give me a moment. After a nice long stretch, I take a deep breath, filling every inch of my lungs with the fresh summer air. Thinking she'll wait for me to move, she surprises me again by sitting right next to me.
あなた、優しいんだね。お名前は？
I'm Theo, and you?
ミナトだよ。ねえねえ、テオはどうしてこんなところで本を読んでたの？
No reason. I was just tired of being inside all the time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slacking off. I brought my study book with me. I show her the book I brought from the mansion.
へえ、でもせっかく海に来たのに遊ばないの？
I don't have time to play, I'm busy.
ふーん、テオって変わってるね。遊んだ方が楽しいのに。
Minato smiles cheerfully.
ねえねえ、もっとテオのこと教えてよ。テオはどこから来たの？
Like I said, I'm busy, I have to study.
ちょっとぐらいサボったっていいじゃん。ね、ね。
Fine. Slightly annoyed by the girl's insistence, I close my book. I'm from Lemons, the most prosperous place in this country. Limon? Limons? Limons? I'm going with Lemons.
聞いたことある。お金持ちがいっぱい住んでて何でも手に入る町って聞いた。お母さんもいつかリムンズに行きたいって言ってた。
Okay.
すごいすごい。
Heh, thanks. Although the town's prosperity is thanks to Father's efforts, it made me just as happy as if I were the one being praised.
じゃあテオの家ってお金持ちなの？
I think to myself, should I tell her I'm a noble? If I do, she'll understand. She should leave me alone, and then I might be able to focus on my studies. But I decide not to. I actually want to continue chatting with Minato, regardless of whether she's a noble or a commoner. Thinking about it, maybe it's because I'm just tired of having to put on an Act 2 piece, high society all the time. No, not really. My family's normal. Yeah, normal.
そうなんだ。私の家も普通だよ。毎日早起きして畑のお世話して、あとは牛に餌をあげたり、川から水を汲んできたり。
Wow, you're a really hard worker, Minato.
いっぱい頑張ればみんなが喜んでくれるから。でもたまに疲れた時はここに歌いに来るんだ。
Do you like singing?
大好き。お父さんもお母さんも歌がうまいねって褒めてくれるんだ。
Then, can you sing for me too?
恥ずかしいよ。
Listen, man, you brought it up. Why? You sing for your parents, right?
それはそうだけど、私テオのこと全然知らないし、知らない人の前だと緊張する。
Speaking timidly, Minato's cheeks flush bright red. But this only makes me want to hear her sing even more. Then, if we get to know each other better, will you sing for me?
うん、それなら多分大丈夫。
Still a maybe, huh? I unintentionally let out my disappointment, which flusters Minato even more.
だって本当に私緊張するとダメなんだもん。頭が真っ白になっちゃうし、気持ちがブワーってなって何言っていいかわかんなくなるし、とにかく大変なことになっちゃうの。
Minato tries to express just how terrible it is, flailing her arms about. She looks so frantic that I can't help but laugh.
笑わないでよ。私は真剣なの。
Sorry, then. Let's meet again here tomorrow so you can get to know me more. That way you won't feel as nervous anymore. You'll be here again tomorrow around this time, right?
そんなに私に会いたいんだ。まあ、どうしてもって言うなら来てあげる。
I've never had anyone talk to me like this before. Strangely, I don't hate it. Actually, it kind of makes me happy. Fine. I really want to see you again.
心がこもってない。もう一回言って。
I really want to see you again.
そっかそっか。そんなに会いたいんだ。私のこと好きすぎでしょ。
Hey, chill. Don't jump to conclusions.
じゃあまた明日来てあげる。約束。
Minato held out her pinky finger towards me.
約束の指切りしよう。
Yubikiri. How does it go? I don't remember. Yeah, I'll be waiting for you. I promise. I wrap my pinky finger around Minato's, and we firmly hold our fingers, making our promise.
約束。破ったら怒るから。
I nod as Minato lets go of my finger, then gently wave to her before returning home. Over the next few days, I met Minato every day, talking about what we ate, how Cloud was shaped like a dog, and many other simple, silly things. But there were a lot of other things I should have asked about instead. Most of all, I shouldn't have kept it a secret that I was a noble's son and told her sooner. But at the time, I felt fulfilled and happy, and I thought our time together would never end. until that fateful day. Yeah, this should be like a general, like, transition card.
ねえテオ大丈夫？今日はずっと調子が悪そう。
Yeah. Moving back to the city, I assume? Yeah, I'm fine. My shoulders feel heavy, remembering what one of our retainers told me yesterday. It's something I have to say, but I don't have the courage to do so. So I keep it to myself.
やっぱり今日のテオ変だよ。私が歌を歌ったら元気になる？
Yeah, that'd be nice. What? Really? You'll sing for me?
まだ練習中だからあんまり上手じゃないけど、でもテオが元気になるなら頑張る。
Minato steadies herself and takes a deep breath.
風一つ染まってく音をたなびかせて流れ出す朝焼けの空を飛んでく。歌詞忘れちゃった。これじゃテオが元気になれないよ。
Don't be sorry. Thank you for trying your best for me. Minato looks sad, so I try to cheer her up, and her face brightens up a bit.
よかった。テオが元気になって。でもちゃんと歌えなかったのは反省だよね。私もっとお歌練習する。次は失敗しないようにする。だから上手くなったらまた私の歌聞いてくれる？
Yeah, of course. Not wanting to make Minato sad again, I nod without hesitation, knowing that I won't be able to keep that promise. It hurts so much, but I decide to tell her the truth. This might be a bit of a long story, but will you hear me out?
いいよ。テオの話いつも面白いもん。
Alright, let's break her heart!
リムンズのこととか音楽のこととかもっと聞かせて。
Sorry, today's story isn't fun, but it's important. I actually used to live in the Francois family mansion in Limons. Do you know about the Francois family? They're nobles who rule this area.
貴族のことなんて全然知らない。だって会ったこともないし顔も知らないし。
Right, I figured as much. Nobles and commoners have so little in common that they practically live in different worlds. Nobles attend social gatherings or, like me, do martial training, while commoners spend their days sweating in the fields and paying taxes. Anyway, I'm the eldest son of the Francois family, which makes me a noble. I thought you'd be more surprised.
だって貴族が何なのかもよくわかってないし。
Well, that's usually where you drop it. Like, you could just drop the conversation.
それにテオはテオでしょ。貴族かどうかなんてどうでもよくない？
Oh, haha. You're really something else, Minato. Father would be furious if he heard someone say something so brazen. I can practically hear him ranting about those barbaric peasants.
それでテオが貴族だと何かまずいの？
Actually, my grandfather passed away suddenly, not long ago. He was the head of the family, so there was a lot of arguing over who would succeed him. Because of that, my father and uncle started fighting.
大人なのに喧嘩してるの？いけないんだ。早く仲直りすればいいのに。
If only if it were that simple. Yeah, you're right about that. My father and uncle never got along very well. My uncle, who was older than my father, was always pompously ordering him around. Father always looked annoyed by this, and I remember everyone in the house being very sympathetic to him. Grandfather knew of this, so he didn't want his boorish eldest son to take over as head of the family. So, to protect me, Father sent me here to stay with my relatives until their fighting was over.
それでテオはリムンズからこっちに引っ越してきたんだ。
Yeah, so when things calmed down at home, I'd have to go back to Lemons.
もしかしてお父さんたち仲直りしたの？
Okay. Maybe killed the other one? No, not exactly, but they stopped fighting. Oh, okay. The truth is that Father actually exiled my uncle, but there's no need to explain that. So, I have to go back to Lemons. I can't meet you anymore. As I say that, Minato looks at me in confusion.
どうしてそんな意地悪言うの？
Oh, I'm just my hand here just crushing that little child heart of hers.
またいつでも遊びに来ればいいじゃん。私ずっとテオのこと待ってる。
I can't. Once I go back, I can't come back here anymore. I have to take over as the head of the family after my father, so I have to work hard. I won't have time to play anymore.
じゃあ私が遊びに行く。
I'm sure that's still possible. I don't know. I'm not a noble. We can't do that either. Nobles and commoners can't play together.
どうして？今までは一緒に遊んでたよ。
Got a point. That's because she's right, but this isn't my choice. So truthfully, I also want to stay here and continue playing with Minato. But I know that my family would be against it. Not to mention, it might make a lot of other people upset with Minato as well. Knowing that, I can't muster up the courage to tell her how I truly feel. This was special, so please, just try to understand Minato.
やだ、全然わからない。テオの言ってることむちゃくちゃだよ。もしかして私テオに嫌われるようなことしちゃった？私のせいなら謝るから。だから意地悪しないで。
Oh boy. Minato's desperate plea feels like a stake driving into my chest. But if we don't part ways here properly, we might never be able to meet again. So I grit my teeth and shake my head. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. Nobles and commoners can't be together. That's all.
わかんない。全然わかんないよ。私これからもテオと一緒にいたいよ。あ、そうだ、わかった。私ってば天才かも。
Minato suddenly looks up, grinning proudly from ear to ear.
私がテオのお嫁さんになればいいんだよ。
I mean, she's not wrong. And I'm fairly certain, like, whatever, I don't know, this is some, like, pseudo-France Euro thing. You'd still have, like, a concubine or something like that. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Huh? Minato's sudden proposal catches me off guard, leaving me completely speechless. But, unlike me, Minato is grinning with confidence.
お母さん言ってた。夫婦になったら好きな人とずーっと一緒にいられるって。ね、なろうよ、夫婦に。ねえねえ。
Wait a second, this is too sudden. My head's spinning. Oh, Theo. This is the first time someone has ever confessed, let alone proposed to me. My heart's pounding in my chest and my whole body feels hot. I take a deep breath and struggle to gather my thoughts. But that would mean... Does that mean you... like me?
わかんない。
You don't know? I shout without thinking, startling Minato. Feeling awkward, I clear my throat. You can't say stuff willy-nilly like that when you don't even know if you like them or not.
でもテオとはずっと一緒にいたいって思う。お話は面白いし楽しいし、あと優しいし。なんかね、テオと話してると胸のあたりがふわーってあったかくなるの。
Oh, man. So... Oh, this reminds me. I was like... I got along with a junior at work, and, I think... I don't know how. Like, she brought up the subject as to... What sort of girls do you like? She was engaged at the time, so... It wasn't playing the field with her or anything, and none of that stuff. I just... Out of at least the lot that were the level lower than me, in the organization, she was one of the more helpful ones, so I brought her on to, like, help out with projects and stuff. And I think I non-committal answered her something like, oh, someone who's nice to me. And she got mad. She got really mad. She's like, what? I hope you don't, like, latch on to the first nice thing that bats an eye at you or something like that, etc., etc. And, like, I don't know. I didn't think that answer would elicit that sort of reaction, so I was like, whoa, okay, chill. But if I were honest, she probably hit the nail on the head. Okay, back to game. That's what it means to like someone. Or, I nearly say before stopping myself, what's the point of confirming whether she likes me or not? After all, we can never be together. I'm sorry, but we can't do that either. It's just not possible. Please understand.
どうして？さっきから意地悪ばっかり。
I'm not being mean. This is just how the world works. Swept up by Minato's frustration, I raise my voice too. The painful reality is that there is absolutely nothing I can do.
何よ。テオと一緒に遊ぶのすごく楽しかったのに。テオに歌を聴いてもらうのすごく楽しみにしてたのに。もう知らない。テオのこと大嫌い。
Minato runs off with tears in her eyes, and as I watch her, a bitter, heavy, hollow feeling spreads in my chest. What's with her? Her saying she likes me, and then saying she hates me. I don't get it at all. As Minato disappears in the distance, a silent void envelops me. I feel like I'm drifting in infinite darkness. It feels dark, cold, and scary. Like my heart is going to be crushed by the weight of it all. Realizing I've lost something important to me, the world around me begins to collapse. The usual dream, huh? Gasping. I wake up with a shivering cold sweat, tightly clutching my blanket. I move my fingers and toes and I look around my surroundings. I confirm that everything is fine and my breathing returns to normal. It's okay. Everything's fine. I haven't forgotten anything. My name is Theo, and I'm the eldest son of the Francois family. This is my room. Today's July 2nd. Yeah, good. I remember everything. Wiping the sweat dripping from my forehead, I tell myself over and over again that I'm fine, and that everything is how it should be. It's always like this when I have a nightmare. That dreadful feeling of loss that haunts me in my dreams. It never goes away, even after I wake up. Because of this, I never wake up feeling well rested. Oh, funny thing. I think it was like late last year, I believe. I did one of those sleep things, like those sleep examinations. You know, where you go to like a sleep clinic, they put all these electrode things on your body, it wire you up. Like it's almost like a mesh of wires on your head and on like parts around on your chest and your back. It was recommended by my doc because I was like kind of waking up with I noticed raised heart rate, and I did it, and so while you're sleeping, like you stop breathing like every now and then, right? Apparently the threshold there is like after 5 or 6 times, and the important sleep there is the REM stuff. So if you're being interrupted a lot, you're not getting that REM. And I kind of sit at the cusp of that. Kind of don't want to do the CPAP thing. So I just elected to, sleep earlier, posture. What was that? Also lose a bit of weight, but it has improved. But there are some days where it's just like, ugh. And since I got it early on Monday, I'm gonna have to kind of be careful about Sunday as well. Okay. And yeah, if you don't get that REM, no matter how much sleep you get, you never ever do feel well rested. Looking at the clock, it's too soon for the maid to come and wake me up, so I decide to lay down again. It's still a little early to get up. I guess I'll try to go back to sleep. Hoping the nightmare doesn't come back, I slowly close my eyes.
ご主人様、起きてますか？ご主人様、
Uh-oh.
愛しのメイド、マリンが起こしに来ましたよ。
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
早く返事しないと、ラブリービーム食らわせちゃいますよ、ご主人様。
Hearing the maid, Miss Marin's skittish voice, I dread to learn what manner of mischief she's scheming. And I don't really want to find out either. I know I have to respond quickly, but my body refuses to move, instead burrowing even deeper into the warm comfort of the bed.
起きてこないな。入りますよ。ご主人様って、よく寝てるわね。もしかしてまた寝つきが悪かったのかしら。このまま寝かせてあげたいけど、そういうわけにもいかないわね。お嬢様も待ってるし。さーて、今日はどうやって起こそうかしら。
A hint of mischief laced Miss Marin's voice. I know she's up to no good again, so I desperately try to wake up, but my body refuses. Oh no, the sleep paralysis.
この前は耳元にふーって息を吹きかけて、その前は手の甲を指でなぞって。
Oh no!
あ、そうだ。今日は。
The bed creaks. I feel something rubbing against the blanket. Curious to see what dubious mischief Miss Marion's up to, I nervously open my eyes. What are you doing?
何って、ご主人様を起こして誠意にも目覚めさせちゃおう大作戦を。ってもう来ちゃったんですか？ご主人様早すぎですよ。マリン大失敗じゃないですか。
Saying this, Miss Marion squirms and bemoans her failure. Failure! Quote unquote. Normally, no maid would ever get off so lightly for playing such a prank on their master. But she gets a special pass. Wait, why does she get a special pass? Besides of her love of mischievous pranks, Miss Marion is actually very dependable. She's always cheerful and incredibly versatile around the house.
どうしましたご主人様？ぼーっとしちゃって。
Oh, where am I supposed to look? Look! Look at that! Look how...
あ、もしかしてこのぐらいの露出の方が好みだったりします？さすがご主人様、お目が高いですね。脱ぎかけのチュラリズムって最高ですよね。いやー、マリン、ご主人様に襲われちゃいます。体にいっぱい教育されちゃいます。
Speaking in a sweet yet playful voice, Miss Marion looks at me with flirtatious eyes. But I can't lie. This is making my heart race, though it feels so contrived that I can't help but sigh. Lively as always, aren't you, Miss Marion?
そりゃもう早起きして掃除洗濯してご飯作ってきましたからね。テンション上げておかないと今日一日乗り切れませんよ。
For that, I'm truly grateful for all the work you do. It must be tough doing everything by yourself.
いやー、それほどでもお給料いっぱいもらってますし、その分は働きますよ。
Miss Marion speaks of herself modestly, but she's actually highly skilled and capable. She's attentive, precise in her work, and above all, sincere. If you weren't so mischievous like this, there'd be nothing bad to say about you.
そう言いつつ、私に意地悪されるの好きなくせに、この。
Saying this, Miss Marion playfully pokes my chest.
ご主人様
Yeah, I'm having a hard time reading
やれやれ
this
系主人公ですよね。
with her on the screen. What do you mean by that?
やれやれ仕方ないなと言いつつ、内心では喜んでるタイプですよ。誘い受け的な。大丈夫ですよご主人様。私大体の趣味には理解がありますから。たとえご主人様が心の中に獣を飼っているとしても、私はオールオッケー、むしろバッチコイってやつです。さあさあご主人様、朝から出航しちゃいましょうよ。
Normally, I have to fend off her advances. Though I can't always be the one being teased all the time, I guess I'll give her a taste of her own medicine today. Well then, let's get this ship out to sea.
はいってマジで言ってますかご主人様。
I'm serious. It's rude for a man to continuously refuse a lady's courtship.
いや全部冗談で。それにご主人様もメイドに手を出したらいろいろまずいんじゃ。
Yes, I'd no longer be able to stay in this house. If it came to that, it wouldn't be too bad to live all alone with you, Miss Marion.
ご主人様も冗談が上手くなりましたね。
Oh, she can dish it out, but she can't take it, huh? You think I'm joking?
これは本当に食べられちゃう流れ。いやー、お気に入りの下着つけてくればよかった。お父様、お母様、マリー、幸せになります。
Huh? This isn't what I was expecting. This is bad. What should I do? Oh, hang on.
セーブするよ。本当に大丈夫？
Let's go back. Well, I did save, so... Shoot pots! Wait, am I really doing this? It's not too late to back out now. No, it's too late for that now. A man's word is his bond. Wait, am I really, really sure about this? I guess I should stop joking now. 2 pots! I gather up my courage and embrace Miss Marin.
ご主人様
I want to set sail with you, Miss Marin. I don't care if my family or even the whole world becomes our enemy. You're the only one for me, Miss Marin. Ah, it sounds weird coming out of me.
ご主人様マリンももう我慢できません。ご主人様のことずっと好きだったんです。この体のほてり沈めてくださいますか。
I will, Miss Marin. We'll sail off into the big blue sea, just the two of us.
ご主人様、そんな真剣な瞳で見つめられたら私出航しちゃいます。ダメ。ご主人様のマリン、もう我慢できません。私も本気出しますからね。ご主人様とマリンで夏の大三角形描いちゃいますよ。織姫と彦星が出会っちゃいます。
Yeah. Oh. Am I gonna get yeeted back to the menu? Is this an ending? No way.
すっきりした。朝起きた時よりも元気になったみたいです。
Oh. Okay then. I'm glad to hear that. The two of us went sailing, if you know what I mean. For so long that I feel completely drained. On the other hand, Miss Marin looks like she's practically glowing.
よし、次はお嬢様に報告に行きましょう。順番が前後しちゃった気がしますけど、まあお嬢様ならきっと許してくれるはず。
Is this just gonna continue on?
さあ行きましょう、ご主人様。
Uh-oh. Am I locked into a specific heroine?
意味がよくわからなかったので、もう一度いいですか?
Sitting in the common room, Sister just stares in bewilderment as she tries to make sense of the situation. Well, okay. Look at it from Theo's point of view. If you left that with him, like, for large parts of the day, something's gonna happen. Like, you're just playing with fire there. Miss Marin puffs her cheeks, standing proudly with her hands on her hips.
だから、ご主人様と出航したんですよ。船に乗ってどこかに出かけたんですね。ええ、きっとそうですよね。
In denial or just doesn't get the entendre.
違いますよ。もういい子ぶっちゃって、本当は分かってるくせに。分かってしまうけど、分かりたくないんですよ。テオは大事な弟なのに、メイドと出航してしまうなんて、お姉さんは悲しいですよ。
Listen, sister. If you're in with the gossip with the other nobles, this probably happens like all the damn time.
あれ、あんまり歓迎されてない？おかしいな。古い付き合いだから喜んでくれると思ったのに。それはそれ、これはこれ。屋敷を預かってる者として筋は通さないといけません。このことはお父様に報告しておきます。二人の交際を認めるわけにはいきませんからね。
And why'd you tell her? As she speaks, Sister begins to rise from her seat. The moment she does, Miss Marin raises her finger and points it towards her.
本当は使いたくなかったけど、仕方ありません。くらえ！セクシービーム！
That had a sound effect. Sister? A pink beam of light shoots from Miss Marian's finger. The beam hits Sister and she lets out a strange noise as she falls to the floor. Unsure of what just happened, I rushed over to check her pulse.
安心しな、峰内さ。
Okay. Wait, what? I don't even... What was that just now?
説明しよう。セクシービームとはマリンが放つラブラブ光線のことである。この光線を体に浴びるとマリンのことが好きで好きでたまらなくなってしまうのである。説明終了。
Okay. What in tarnation? That's terrifying. Will Sister be alright?
大丈夫ですよ。ほら、もう起きてきた。
Uh-oh.
今のは。
Sister gets up, shaking her head. Sister, are you okay?
ええ、少し頭がぼーっとするけど。それで話の途中でしたよね。テオとマリンの交際がどうとか。
Uh-oh.
お嬢様は私たちの交際認めてくれるんですよね。
Still a no.
ええ、もちろん。私も二人のことは大好きですから応援しますよ。
That actually worked? No way. That sexy beam of hers is truly frightening.
お嬢様の許可も取れたことですし、次のステップに進みましょう。
Hold up.
やっと私の夢が叶うんですね。そこまでよ。
Whoa. The door slams open and a girl comes storming up to us.
これ以上の好き勝手は私が許さないんだから。ちょっとアクタン、出番はまだ先でしょ。おとなしくしてなさい。マリンこそ勝手すぎ。このゲームのタイトルはアクアリウムなのよ。
Oh, okay. Alright. They're just breaking the fourth wall
つま
there.
り私が主人公。マリンはお呼びじゃないの。うーわ、焦ってるからってメタ発言は良くないんじゃない？あんたが意味わかんないビーム出す方がよっぽどでしょ。世界観壊しすぎ。
Yeah, it kinda does ruin the immersion.
いやーん、アクタン激おこ。超怖いんですけど。でもそんなアクタンも私は大好きだよ。アクタンなら私産んでもいいと思ってるし。
What?
ほんとキモい。近づかないでよ変態。くらえメインヒロインアタック。甘い。主人公の気持ちを掴んじゃえばこっちのものなのよ。ひれ伏しなさい。セクシービーム。
A dazzling ray of light emanates from the strange girl's headdress, but Miss Marian once again fires a pink beam from her finger. Just what in the world is happening? Oof. The strange girl falls in defeat. I watch her worriedly, but she soon sits right back up.
アクタン、私の夢のために協力してくれる？うん、だって私マリンのこと好きだもん。私もアクタンのこと好き。
Saying that, Miss Marian gives the girl a big hug.
アクアさんばっかりずるいです。私も可愛がってください。
Hold up. Did Marian just like engineer her own harem end?
仕方ない子猫ちゃんだね。いいよ。こっちにおいで。
猫じゃなくてキツネなんですけど。
私にかかればみんな可愛い子猫ちゃんだよ。ほら、顎の下を撫でてあげよう。
あ、そんな、私そこ弱くて。にゃんにゃお。いいな。ねえマリン、私も。
I feel like Theo should just quietly leave and leave them to their own devices.
ああ、全員まとめて出航させてあげよう。
And just like that, Miss Marion had both sister and Miss Aqua completely entranced by her charm. Alright. The next day, Miss Marion and I take a trip to a port town famous for shipbuilding.
お買い物お買い物ご主人様とお買い物
Oh man, this is Aqua's game, but okay. You seem to be in a good mood, Miss Marion.
当たり前じゃないですかずーっと欲しかったんですよ私専用の船
By ship, she means a pirate ship. Apparently, Miss Marion's dream is to become a pirate. She's even wearing an eye patch to look the part.
手に入るのはもっと先の話だと思ってたのにこんなすぐに買いに行けるなんてよっさすがご主人様太っ腹さすが貴族よっよっ
We don't know if we can actually buy one yet. And if it has to be built from scratch, it'll take years to finish too. But I do hope they have the perfect boat without any competing buyers.
大丈夫ですって私運はいい方ですからじゃあちゃちゃっと船を買ってきますからご主人様はここで待っててください
Yes, just go buy a ship. Okay. She waltzes off in confidence, but
もう何よあの態度私が女だからって舐めてるでしょ
did they not let you buy a ship?
買いませんよだって通常の3倍価格でしか売らないって言い始めたんですよ私を見るなり冷やかしはお断りだとか女が船を買うなんて生意気だとか言い始めてしまいには3倍払うなら売ってやらないこともないって超上から目線でああもう思い出しただけでムカムカする
Well, she is dressed as a maid, so I can sort of understand why they'd be suspicious of her. But 3 times the asking price is definitely too much. I'll try going this time. If I use my family name, it should go smoothly.
ダメですよそれじゃあご主人様の船になっちゃうじゃないですか私は私の船が欲しいんですもう一回行ってきます
Do you have a plan or something?
バッチリですよ次は奥の手使いますから海賊らしくやられたらやり返してきます
Huh? Wait a minute.
やいやいこっちが下手に出ればいい気になってそっちがその気ならこっちだって考えがあるんだからくらえセクシービーム
That beam sure is useful.
船の権利書ゲットしてきました海賊団の立ち上げにまた一歩近づきましたね
How did you pay?
船大工が私のファンだったみたいで無料でいいよって言ってくれましたでもさすがにそれは悪いかなって思って通常料金にしてもらいましたよ
Aren't you supposed to be a pirate?
まあ通常料金でも私の貯金じゃ全然足りないんですけどご主人様
Uh-oh. I can pay the difference. That's what my love wants, after all.
ご主人様私もご主人様大好きですよ
I seem to be locked on a very strange route. Miss Marine blows a kiss, and we head home.
というわけで船は手に入った海賊団を作るにあたって次に必要なことは何だと思う航海に出るわけですし水や食料では
Oh, we're all gonna die on a ship, aren't we?
地図も必要だよね海図って言うんだっけ貴様ら常識にとらわれすぎだ
Oh, shoot. Hopefully it doesn't crash. My nightlight kicked in. There we go. Sorry, I forgot that I had that enabled. Oop.
賊団に必要なもの、わかりますよね？
Salaries? A flag?
違います。
No?
正解は合言葉。アホイ。
Ahoy.
アホイ。海賊団の合言葉。みんな今後は語尾にアホイってつけること。
Start and end?
めんどくさい。語尾忘れてるだろ。
どうして合言葉を決めたんですか、アホイ？
海賊団は結束が命だから合言葉を決めなきゃいけないんです。
なるほど、アホイ。
Ahoy. You seem surprisingly enthusiastic, sister.
ご主人様もアホイって言ってみましょうよ。アホイ。
Ahoy. Ahoy.
もっと大きな声で元気よく。アホ
Ahoy.
イ。ナイスですよご主人様。アホイ。よーし、このままみんなでアホイし続けて、もっとみんなをアホイするぞ。アホイアホイ言いすぎてわけわからないことになってるじゃん。ウケる。だから語尾忘れんなっつってんだろ。できたー。私だけの海賊船。アホイ。
おめでとう、マリー。
おめでとう。何か忘れてるような。二人ともありがとう。もちろんご主人様も。
Haha. Isn't it weird to call me master now? You outrank me as the captain of the ship after all.
私が船長？
そうでしょ。他に誰がいるんですか、マリン船長？
マリンス。今のもう一回言ってくれませんか？マリン船長、船長。船長、私が船長。そう、私がマリン船長。7つの海を股にかける大海賊。ここから始まるのよ、私の海賊伝説が。
ところで行き先は決まってるんですよね？
当然です。目指すは伝説のエルドラド。全てが黄金でできた都市。よーし、それじゃあ掛け声いきますよー。よーそらー。
Yo, Soro.
よーそらー。
What happened after this is a story for another time, maybe.
セーブするよ。
How am I gonna want this?
本当に大丈夫？エンターグラム。
Well, that was strange.
アクアリウム。ロードするよ。本当に大丈夫？
Alright. Let's go back. I'm sorry, I was just joking, so let's stop this nonsense.
そうだったんですか？もうご主人様ってば、乙女心をもてあそんだ罪は重いですよ。マリン、超ショック。うるうる。お詫びに何か甘いもの欲しいな。
My apologies. Such devastation was not my intention. Feel free to take some of the cookies on the table.
本当ですか？やったー。愛してますよ、ご主人様。
Miss Marin blows me a kiss, and I give a wry smile in return. I'll be getting up, so could you please get off me now?
はい、ただいま。
Miss Marin gets off the bed and then begins her routine of opening the windows and preparing a fresh set of clothes like a seasoned veteran. I'm still a little sleepy.
もしかして寝るの遅かったんですか？
No, it's just that I had the usual dream. So I wasn't able to get a good night's sleep, that's all. The moment I say that, Miss Marin freezes in place. I shouldn't have said that. This isn't good. I'm fine, really, don't worry about me. It was just my usual dream, nothing else. I've had it so many times now that it doesn't even surprise me anymore.
そうですか？ならいいんですけど、無理はしないでくださいね。
I can see genuine concern in Miss Marin's eyes, so I try to put her at ease by smiling. 10 years ago, I fell terribly ill with a fever and as a result, lost a part of my memory from that time. I'm not even sure if this dream is just a dream or if it's part of my lost memories locked somewhere deep within me. Oh, another story. So I know a gentleman that was... I know a gentleman who was in a car collision. I don't remember when it happened, but I think it resulted in like 2 weeks of his memory just gone. He's doing better now, but I don't know. I don't really broach the subject of whether or not he remembers that or not. He remembers people and stuff. It's just that 2 weeks from the actual... Oh, right after the actual collision, his short-term memory was pretty fudged as well. And then there was that whole 2 weeks prior to, and I guess including the collision, that were just gone. Yeah, man. Stuff's serious, man. I don't know if there's an illness that causes it, but I do know big hit to the noggin does it. The doctor told me that I would relive this dream over and over because my mind is trying to recall my lost memories. Excuse me. The dream has just become much clearer than before. Maybe that's a sign that I'll remember soon.
よかったじゃないですか。なくしたものが帰ってくることなんてそうそうないことですよ。
I wonder if it's really a good thing though. Recalling the overwhelming dread that I feel at the end of the dream, my face twists into a frown. In the dream, I'm so happy playing and chatting with the girl that I feel as though I'm soaring high in the sky, even though I know that everything will come crashing down. The last thing she says to me is, I hate you. To be honest, I'm not sure if I even want to remember.
いいことに決まってるじゃないですか。なくした若さはもう帰ってこないんですよ。まあ、私はまだまだ若いですけど、ピッチピチですけど。ね、ご主人様も私のことまだまだ現役でやれると思いますよね。ね。
Oh. I do know for myself I don't quite got it. So who are we kidding here? Normally, young girls wouldn't insist that they're still young and peachy and all that. I'm going to tell sister if you keep teasing me like this.
厳しい。勘弁してくださいよ。ご飯抜きはゴリゴリなんです。
Oof. Fubuki's very strict.
どうかお嬢様には黙っててください。お願いですから。よよよよ。
Fubuki, my elder sister, is actually quite strict with Miss Marin. Though, it's not like they don't get along or anything. Rather, I get a sense that she has to draw a line for formality's sake because they are so close. They've known each other for a long time, so there may be many things between them that I don't know about. Or maybe care not to know about. Well, if you know what's good for you, then perhaps you should stop teasing me.
嫌ですよ。ご主人様をいじるのは私の生きがいなんですから。
Fine.
冷たくあしらっているようで、ちゃんと反応してくれるご主人様は貴重な存在なんですよ。
What? And still plays along is a rare specimen. Huh? Don't call me a rare specimen. I strain my eyes to the side and respond curtly. Despite everything, Miss Marine has a great style and a pretty face, so I often have a hard time brushing her off. Though if I were to say this out loud, she'd have a complete field day with me, so I'm keeping this thought well locked and buried. Theo, you're doing the tsundere thing. Don't do that. Don't do that.
ご主人様、今何か私に隠し事をしましたね。
Yes.
私の乙女心がビビッと反応しましたよ。さあさあ、洗いざらい白状しちゃってください。
I'm not hiding anything.
じー
Really? Nothing at?
じー
She leans so close to me that I feel her breath tickle me. With a shiver, I spring back and put my hands in front of me to keep her at bay. Too close. You're too close.
じゃあ本当のことを教えるって約束してくれますか？
Self-defense situation. I told you I'm not hiding anything. Alright, I'll tell you. So don't get so close.
ご主人様は嘘が下手なんですから、最初から素直に言ってくださいよ。それで何を隠していたんですか？
That's... This is bad. I feel so flustered by Miss Marine's antics that I forget what to say. But she definitely won't let me off with such a shoddy excuse. I'll have to come up with a better one. Persuasion 100.
もしかして私に迫られすぎてうっかりガチ恋しそうになっちゃったとか？
What? That's nonsense. Actually, yeah, you're right, I admit. That was dangerously close, so cut it out, will you? In the spur of a moment, I play along with her antics, but I end up sounding stiffer than a wooden log.
まったくもうご主人様。ご主人様もやっと私の可愛さに気づいたんですね。マリン困っちゃう。
I have no idea what I'm doing anymore.
ご主人様がその気なら私はオールオッケーですよ。さあお嬢様に隠れて出航しましょう。
I'm kidding, just please give me a break. What do you even mean by sailing away anyway? Never mind that. There's no way I could fall in love with you in the first place. It's not that I don't find you attractive, but if I ever laid hands on a maid, I'd be in a world of trouble.
大丈夫大丈夫。お嬢様もきっと祝福してくれますよ。
Oh man, he like... Theo's not thinking here. He's a little too honest. You can always go behind her back, you know? Scratch that. I don't advise that. Don't do that stuff. Please.
弟に恋人ができた。きっと支え合って幸せに生きてくれるって。
No way in a million years. It's absolutely impossible. No one would allow such a thing. Society would shun me and I'd be forced to leave the house. Nothing good would come of it. I remember saying something similar in my dream, and I feel a painful stab in my chest with every word. Nothing I said was wrong, so why does it hurt so much?
ご主人様は真面目ですね。ま、長所だとも思いますけど。と、あんまりおしゃべりしてたら朝ごはんが遅くなっちゃいますね。着替え、ベッドの横に置いておきますね。私は食事の用意の続きをしてきます。
Miss Marin lightly bows and leaves the room. Making sure the door is fully closed, I take a moment and let out a long-winded sigh. It feels like an entire day has passed already. It did. No. These exhausting events with Miss Marin happen all the time. She always yanks my leg like this. But I'm especially feeling drained today because of that dream. I look into the mirror only to find a gloomy face staring back. Sister will worry if I turn up to breakfast with such a long face. As heir to the Francois family, I can't let something like this drag me down. I lightly slap myself on the cheeks and brace myself for the day to come. As I enter the dining room, I make eye contact with Sister, who is sitting gracefully like any high-class lady would.
Save するよ。本当に大丈夫？
That's a funny title. I find myself in awe of her dignified aura, and my posture naturally straightens. Then I bow firmly while keeping my arms straightened to my sides. Ohayo, One-san. Good morning, sister.
おはようございます、テオ。昨日はよく眠れましたか？
Yes, well, I guess. I take a seat across from her, giving a vague response to avoid causing worry. However, she gives me a stern yet concerned look.
テオ、隠し事はしないでください。よく寝られなかったと顔に書いてあります。
Oh
また
gosh,
女の子にひどいことを言われる夢を見ま
this
し
is
たか？
driving me up the wall. Holy cow. Are all VNs like this? I think the last VN I played was like the fan translation to Heaven's Feel, Hollow Atraxia. I don't know, whenever that hero leaked it all online on the back in like 2016. But that, I guess, was a fan translation. This is an official release, and this... Oh my gosh. Whatever. Actually, yes. It gave me another terrible wake-up call. But I am getting enough sleep, so there's no need to worry.
クマのある顔で言われても説得力ありませんよ。今日の会合は私が代わりに出席しますから。テオはゆっくりしていてください。
Didn't you have better things to do? Hearing that, I recalled that Count White, a nobleman, had invited me to a tea party today. Mingling with other members of high society is crucial for nobles. And it only stands to benefit you, the more allies you have. So today's gathering would be a great opportunity to get to know the White family better. Excuse me. Woo. I'm fine, sister. I'll go as
ダ
planned.
メです。伯爵家に気を使わせてしまいます。それに、あなたはフランス王家の後継者なのですから、大事を取るのは当然のことです。
Just splash a little water, you know. Just touch it up a bit. You know, could probably pass. I just have to be there. I don't need to.
その代わり、別の仕事を頼みましょう。後ほど説明しますね。今はテオの夢の方が心配です。
Not bad.
今日見た夢もいつもと同じ悪夢だったのですか？
Yes, I met the same girl again, and we separated after a fight. Then everything turned pitch black and I couldn't tell where I was anymore. Once again, the dreadful feeling of loss tightens its grip on my heart. My body feels so heavy as lead, and I struggle to put my thoughts to words.
ごめんなさい。余計なことを聞いてしまいましたね。もう思い出さなくていいですよ。
I just choose to live with the pain. I'm sorry, sister. I shouldn't be overreacting like this over some stupid dream.
いいえ。もしかしたら過去の記憶が蘇ってるのかもしれません。それなら体が強く反応してしまうのも無理はありません。今後夢の続きが見られれば進展も期待できます。女の子との再会とか。
Oh.
ああ、いえ、今のは失言でしたね。忘れてください。
Sister means well, but she's rather sensitive about this subject because of what the doctor has said. Asking about my dreams is fine, but never suggests what may or may not be a memory. Oh, okay. That's what the doctor told everyone around me. Otherwise, my condition could get worse, and I may no longer be able to tell the difference. It's just a dream or a memory. I'm sure our friends at MK Ultra were hoping it would work that way. Really, I'm fine. I've seen the dream so many times that it's practically etched into me. I'll let you know if I have a different dream, so don't worry about too much.
弟に気を使われては姉失格ですね。わかりました。私も焦らないように努力します。
I'm not used to seeing her so elegant. Marin is still mostly herself in her role here. I don't know, the elegant Fubuki just kind of wigs me out.
姉さんはいつでもテオの味方ですよ。
Thanks, sis. Sister gives me a gentle smile. And although I'm happy that she cares about me so deeply, at the same time I feel ashamed. I must get my memories back so I can stop causing her so much worry. Besides my memories, I'm in perfect health, so there's really nothing to worry about.
そうは言ってもやっぱり心配になりますよ。私にとっては大事な弟ですし、気ぐらい使わせてください。
But wouldn't seeing me overcome adversity make you happy as well? Gazing into Sister's gentle and beautiful eyes, I'm unable to refute her. I know that Sister is genuinely worried about me, but she has even bigger worries to tend to, as she must manage our land's affairs while Father is off fighting in a distant war. Wait a minute, why am I not in the war? Besides that, she's also never short of other menial duties, such as having to mingle with the other nobles. That's why I must pull myself together and take some of the weight off her shoulders. Though, if I were to tell her that, it'd probably make things worse.
何か言いましたか?
No, nothing. I did that thing, you know? I said the inside thing out loud. I'd better change the subject. Miss Marin, is the food ready?
ただいまお持ちします。
Sometime later, Miss Marin returns with a tray full of dishes. She proceeds to lay them out neatly in front of us. Wow. Wow. Wait, hang on. Wow. I think that second one was better. As soon as I smell the delicious aromas, I realize how hungry I am. And I can barely keep myself from drooling. This goes without saying, but Miss Marin's cooking truly is the best. Perhaps Sister feels the same way, as she also looks...
いい香りですね。では、仕上げにかかりましょう。
Oh no, she's gonna put something weird on it like mayo. She picks up a small jar that's on the table. Sister, perhaps you should... But it's too late to stop her. The jar is of a blood-red sauce, which she begins pouring all over the succulent meat dishes. She pours not once, not twice, but thrice, and all the once delicious-looking dishes now drowning in a grisly red sauce. A truly horrible, pungent odor replaces the once appetizing aroma, and I'm barely able to keep myself from coughing as it tickles my throat.
これでよし。
Oh.
あら？テオ、なぜしかめっ面をしてるのですか?
Nothing. I just admire your fervor. The jar exudes such an otherworldly aura that it's hard to believe its contents were made for human consumption. Just looking at it is enough to send a chill down my back. Ugh.
朝、辛いものを食べると目が覚めてすっきりするんです。テオもかけますか?
Me personally, I'd be okay with spice, but I guess Theo here, not so much. Thank you for the offer, but I'm okay.
そうですか? 美味しいのに。
Sister's love of super spicy food is nothing new, but it feels like it's getting worse every year. Yeah, it's interesting. So, I have another sibling who, prior to working abroad, was very not good with spicy food. But like, after spending like, man, how many years in Korea? I forget where she took me. But like, oh, my first night there is just like, oh, we gotta find a place that's open late. Flew in late. It's like, okay, this place is open till 2. And it's like, and her first question to me was like, are you okay? This is spicy. I'm like, everything's spicy. But yeah, she ate all the stuff there, so I guess she's better with the spicy stuff now.
では、いただきましょう。神よ、今日の糧を与えてくださったことを感謝します。
Sister says a short prayer and begins her meal. I also pick up my knife and fork again and begin cutting the meat. It's grilled slightly well done, but it's still juicy regardless, and the aroma of the fresh spices tingles my nose. I think this is delicious as it is. As I mumble, Miss Marin, who's standing in the corner of the room, nods in agreement. Miss Marin is a maid, so she never sits with us to dine.
この味ですよ、この味。美味しい。この辛さ、やみつきになりますね。生きてるって実感します。
Surely you jest.
真面目に言ってますよ。刺激がない生活は面白くないじゃないですか。
Do try to control yourself, sister. Stimulation aside, the pen is more important to you than the sword, eh?
分かっていますよ。自由にならない身だってことぐらい。でも、おかげで少し退屈です。
Oh yeah, like any little freedom with what she has might be alright. So yeah, spice up your food. In the Francois family, there's a tradition that both men and women must learn swordsmanship from an early age. The purpose is to build a fit body and a healthy mind. I was told that Sister was quite a talented prodigy in many things. So much so, in fact, that she earned the nickname for herself. Silver Fox. That's quite an amazing nickname.
ええ、昔だから普通に受け入れていましたが、今はちょっと。
I can't lie. It does sound a bit tacky. Yeah.
どうせならもっと持ってほしいですよね。白銀にきらめく一条の光とか、白に染まる古老とか。白銀の狼だけだとちょっと味気ないと思いません？
Hakugin Okami. Yeah, wait, what? I try to think to myself that there's no way she's being serious, so I just sit there and wait for her to laugh it off in jest. However, I realize she's completely serious and is eagerly awaiting my response. Sister, are you saying that you'd prefer to be even more flamboyant?
はい、ポーズも見せましょうか。昔から温めているネタがあるんです。
Oh no.
まず立ち上がって片足を壁につけて。
Boy, no need to show me. I hastily stop Sister, who is just about to perform her pose. Besides her obsession with spices and a terrible sense for names, and some weird poses on top of that, and my image of my sister as a dignified lady will be shattered. I must not let that happen at all costs. It's bad manners to stand during a meal. You can show me later.
そうですか。じゃあ食べ終わったらすぐにでも。
お嬢様、 今日は食後に所用があります。遊んでる時間はありませんよ。
そうでした。残念ですが日を改めましょう。
Ah, yes, that's unfortunate. Perhaps another day. That's funny. That was a funny looking pout. Poke. Okay. Standing behind Sister's drooping, disappointed shoulders, I can see Miss Marine winking at me. It appears that she noticed my predicament and provided an intervention to prevent potential disaster. So I gave her a silent look of thanks and continue eating. Meanwhile, Sister continues her meal drenched in devil's sauce with nonchalant abandon. What if that sauce just looks and smells the way it is, but isn't actually spicy?
ダメですよ、ご主人様。変な好奇心を出したら明日お腹痛くなっちゃいますよ。私も食べてみましたけど、辛いを通り越して痛かったですし、口の周りがヒリヒリして大変だったんですから。
何の話です？
ご主人様がお嬢様の食事を美味しそうに見つめていたので忠告を。
そうだったんですね。もうテオは恥ずかしがり屋ですね。直接私に頼めばいいのに。マリン、テオにもデーモンソースを出してあげて。
かしこまりました。骨は拾ってあげますよ、ご主人様。
Miss Marin places a spare jar of devil sauce in front of me.
さあどうぞ。遠慮なく使ってください。
As I scoured through my library of excuses to somehow get out of this predicament, Sister smiles with me with joy in her eyes.
やっとテオが激辛趣味を理解してくれて嬉しいです。何度誘っても嫌な顔されていましたから。ぜひぜひ食べた感想を聞かせてくださいね。
The sparkling, genuine look in Sister's eye feels like a stake driving through my heart. There's no way I can refuse her now. Looking towards Miss Marin for help, she slowly shakes her head, betraying and abandoning me to my fate. Well,
どうしました？テオ、ソース使わないのですか？
I'm just preparing myself.
はって。あ、なるほど。どれだけ美味しいか想像してるんですね。わかりますよ。初めて食べる味はワクワクしますからね。
Not even close, but all I can do is force a smile back as Sister eagerly waits for me to pour the sauce in excitement. I must protect her smile at all costs. And so I brace myself, open the lid. Ugh, the smell! The intense, pungent odor immediately pierces through my senses, almost burning down what little resolve I have left.
負けるな、ご主人様。気合だ、気合。そこだ。いけ、やっちゃえ、やっちゃえ。
一体何の話ですか？
Here goes nothing. Without hesitation, I dip a piece of meat in the sauce and eat it. Immediately, I feel a shock through my body, as if a scorching iron rod has been shoved straight down my throat. Dun dun dun. Boo.
ご主人様の顔色が赤くなったり青くなったりしてる。ほら、ご主人様、
Wash
水
down.
水。
I snatch a cup of Miss Marin's hand and guzzle it down. But it doesn't help ease the burning pain, and every breath feels like breathing fire.
大げさですね。ほんのちょっとソースをかけただけじゃないですか。
Ah, poor Theo.
美味しい。
After we finish our breakfast, Sister begins talking again.
そういえば連絡事項が2つありますので覚えておいてください。
Alright, assignment time.
1つ目は新しいメイドが来ます。この後顔合わせをするので心の準備をしておいてください。
A new maid? I didn't know about that.
前々からマリン一人では手が足りない時があると思っていましたから。未経験ですがとっても可愛らしい女の子ですよ。間違っても手を出さないでくださいね。
Hey. There's no way I'd do that. I'd never do anything to jeopardize our family.
分かっていればいいのです。テオは真面目ですから間違うことはないと思っていますけど。
Sister takes a moment to sip some tea. And after a brief breather, she places her cup down and resumes speaking.
2つ目は戦地にいるお父様から手紙が届きました。元気にしていらっしゃるそうですよ。戦果も上がっているようですし、戦いが終わる日も近いかもしれませんね。
I'm glad to hear that. I also hope the war ends soon. Father is currently off fighting in a remote area to fend off an armed coup. Armed coup? All because Uncle was banished from the family because he refused to accept Father as the new head of the family. I hope Uncle realizes his mistake and gives up on his rebellion. His forces are outnumbered anyway, right?
兄として譲れないものがあるのでしょう。巻き込まれる方はたまったものではないですけどね。
I can't blame the dude.
ですが、どんな状況下でも諦めない姿勢は侮れません。テオも気をつけてください。犬にけしかけられれば、猫もライオンのように荒々しくなると言います。
Battle is far away. What worries do we have here to look out for?
いろいろなことにですよ。
Yep.
テオはまだ危なっかしいですから。
You're treating me like a kid again. Sister simply responds with a gentle smile and asks Miss Marin for another cup of tea. When will she realize that I'm no longer a child? Does she still doubt my ability to take over the head of the Francois family? Has that been decided? No, she'll treat me even more like a child if I think like that. I need to get my act together and show her that I have what it takes. Determined, I drink my now lukewarm cup of tea and resolve to prove myself. After breakfast, we wait in the common room for Miss Marin, who's gone to pick up the new maid. Sister, you've already met the new maid, right?
はい、とても可愛らしい方でしたよ。年も近いので、テオの専属になってもらいます。
Is that because you're worried about me being alone?
違いますよ。むしろテオには彼女の力になってほしいんです。これから来る子はメイドの仕事に慣れていません。きっと何度も失敗するでしょう。
So I'm breaking her in? No. I'm not gonna make that joke.
悩む彼女の手を引き、時には助言してあげてください。いいです
I'm
か？
breaking her in? Okay. I don't mind, but shouldn't that be Miss Marin's job? Yeah. It's only natural for an experienced maid to train a new one after all.
テオは将来フランスワ家を継ぐことになります。きっと多くの人々を率いたり、自分のそうした時のための練習だと思ってアクアさんに接してあげてください。いいですね。
わかりました。Miss Aqua, is that her name?
はい。聞き覚えはありますか？
No, not really. I didn't even know the new maid was coming until today after all.
ですよね。変なことを聞いてしまいました。忘れてください。
Getting a little weird there, sis. I sense that sister is hiding something, but a knock at the door distracts my train of thought.
お嬢様、ご主人様、アクアを連れてきました。どうぞ、入ってきてください。
At sister's invitation, the door opens and two figures slowly walk in. First thing I notice is the girl's soft, lavender pink hair, neatly bundled into pigtails that bounce and bobs as she moves. She looks stiff as a log, and she doesn't blink the entire time. Miss Marin lets out a small cough and lightly bumps the girl's arm with her elbow.
挨拶、挨拶。
Oh.
はい。その新人メイドのアクアです。よろしくお願いします。
Miss Aqua bows deeply without ever making eye contact with me. Perhaps annoyed by this, Miss Marin grabs her face with both hands and turns her head towards us.
ちゃんと相手の目を見る。
Thanks to Miss Marin, I finally make eye contact with Miss Aqua. Her eyes are the same pretty lavender pink as her hair. And seeing her flawless cheeks blush in embarrassment, I can't even begin to describe just how cute she is. Miss Aqua also looks at me with wide eyes as her body begins to slightly tremble.
本物だ。本物のテオだ。
Oh, okay, good. They get to it right away. There's no dancing around it. That's good. Good for you, game. Good for you.
夢じゃないんだよね。よかった。また会えて本当によかった。
Miss Aqua's voice trembles, and her eyes fill with tears. Why? Are you okay?
ごめんなさい。
I'd only asked if she was okay, but I feel a strange pain in my chest for some reason.
私間違えちゃって悪気はなかったんですけど、
No, don't be sorry. I was just concerned, though. Have we met somewhere before, Miss Aqua?
すみません。この子ちょっと思い込みが激しいんですよ。さっき大広間で待っていた時にご主人様がモデルの肖像画を見ていたんです。だから今ご主人様の顔を見た時、見たことがある顔だ、会ったことがあると。
はい、そうなんですよ。私ってばドジなんでついうっかり。
Huh. Miss Aqua nods frantically, following Miss Marin's lead. But I'm not entirely convinced that this was just a simple misunderstanding. I feel like we've met before, but I just can't remember where.
では改めて自己紹介をしてもらいましょう。アクアさん、はい、大丈夫です。
Maybe I should turn that vocal timer on. Alright. Miss Aqua wipes her tears and straightens her posture.
新人メイドのアクアです。今日からテオの
What?
ご主人様。
失礼しました。ご主人様のお世話を担当させていただきます。ふつつか者ですが、どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Miss Aqua brows vigorously and then immediately whips her body back up. All the while, her eyes remain glued to the floor. Could you look this way a bit more, please?
はい。
Timidly, Miss Aqua turns her gaze to me, and once again, I'm taken aback just how pretty her long lashes and round eyes are.
あんまり見ないでください。恥ずかしい。顔熱。胸もドキドキしちゃうよ。
Saying that, she turns her eyes away from me again.
さて、顔合わせはこのぐらいでいいでしょう。マリン、アクアさんを部屋に案内してあげてください。
Miss Marin nods and leaves the room with Miss Aqua.
どうでしたか？アクアさんの第一印象は。
I don't know what to think, but you hired her. To be honest, I was kind of at a loss for words when she started crying. Though she did seem sincere, so I'm not worried. It might take some time, but I think things will be fine.
よかった。こういうのは相性が大事ですからね。
Huh? That's a weird thing to say.
後ほどアクアさんがお世話をしに行きますから、自室で待っていてください。くれぐれも紳士的に振る舞うように。いいですね。
Understood. I'll do my utmost to help her. I suppose Sister entrusted Miss Aqua to my care to test my capabilities. So if I can wrangle a tard, I can can wrangle a country. Food for thought. If I prove what I have what it takes, I'm sure it'll lessen her worries about me. Alright, I'll proactively communicate with Miss Aqua and support her growth. Oh! Anime opening. Why is it blanked out? Yeah, I don't know. This is just the opening of the game. I don't know, it was behaving weirdly when I tested it earlier. Like even switching out of windowed and window mode, it just kind of like went blank like this. Let's see if it comes back on. Aquarium. Alright, yeah, doesn't look like it's kicking back on. Give me a sec. Oh.
アクアリウム。もうほんとアクタンって人見知りだよね。せっかくご主人様が話しかけてくれたのに、ろくに話もできないなんて。
Does this have like a block on stream or something like that?
設定を変更するよ。
Maybe OBS doesn't like how this thing does video playback. Who knows?
セーブするよ。本当に大丈夫？
Alright. So we're switching to their POV there.
仕方ないでしょ。いろいろ喋ろうと思ってたのに、テオの顔見たら頭真っ白になっちゃったんだから。
Ah. So this was all planned.
初対面ってことになってるんだから、好きなものは何ですかとか適当に質問すればよかったんじゃない？無理無理。適当に聞いたら相手を怒らしちゃうかもしれないじゃん。
Not really. I don't consider that too personal.
前もって何を喋るか決めておかないと、
Okay, hang on.
おしゃべりなんてできないよ。
I gotta stretch. Oh. Oh.
さすが陰キャ。ああ、そういうこと言うんだ。どうせ私は陰キャですよだ。相手になれればアクタンもこのぐらい気軽に喋れるのにね。まあ初めて私と会った時のアクタンもすっごく可愛かったけど、ずーっとうつむいて服の裾掴んでもじもじとしてて、えとかとかばっかり言っててさ、
前のことはいいじゃん。今はちゃんと喋れるんだから。
Things take time. Fubuki invited Aqua to the mansion, where she stayed in a small room to keep her hidden from Theo's view. During that time, Marion taught her the basic know-how and etiquette of being a maid, and today was her long-awaited introduction.
まあご主人様相手にいきなりタメ語はまずいと思うけど、もう少し肩の力抜いたら。
無理無理。油断したらまた昔のこと喋っちゃう気がする。それに記憶がないってのは聞いてたけど、本当に思い出せないとは思わなかったし、私のこと忘れられててショックだったな。覚悟してたはずなのに泣いちゃった。ありがとねマリン、フォローしてくれて。
気にしない気にしない。後輩をフォローするのが先輩の仕事だし、大船に乗ったつもりでドーンと頼ってなさいって。
うん、ありがとう。
ひゃー、アクタンやっぱり可愛い。超ラブリーなんですけど。アクタン、うちの子にならない？アクタンなら私埋める気がする。
はあ、意味わからないんだけど。
ねえ、いいでしょ、先っちょだけでいいから。
くっつかないで、気持ち悪い。
あらやだ、もう反抗期なの？大丈夫でちゅよ。ママの愛は変わりませんからね。
本当に気持ち悪い。マジで無理。
嫌よ嫌よ、もう好きのうちって言うじゃないアクター
ン。本当にいや
Marine and Aqua continue to push and shove each other playfully. I guess this is close to their real workplace dynamic. After a while, both of them run out of steam and drop to the floor.
もうマリンのせいで余計な体力使っちゃったじゃない。これからテオの部屋でお仕事をしなきゃいけないのに。
私もお嬢様のところ行かないと。でも私はアクタンを産むの諦めてないから。
Yeah, I'm not a, what are Marine's fans? I'm not part of that crew. What does this mean? What does she mean by this?
さっさと諦めて、私はもう行くから。そういえばマリン、一つ聞きたいんだけど、テオの記憶ってどのくらい戻ってるの？
女の子と出会ってこっぴどく振られたところまでは思い出してるみたい。でもその先のことも女の子がアクタンだってことも思い出せてないみたい。
じゃあ、あの雨の日の。
雨の日? What? A rainy day.
そっか。じゃあ、私のことを思い出せてなくてよかったかも。テオは夢に出てくる女の子のこと、私のこと絶対恨んでると思うし。
Yes.
どうだろうね。それこそ本人に聞かないとわからないんじゃない？
わかるよ。だって私あんなひどいこと言ったんだし。急にテオがいなくなるって分かって悲しくなっちゃって。あんなひどいことを、本当はもっと違うことを言いたかった。離れ離れになってもずっと一緒だよって言いたかった。
Oh, we both weren't able to say what we wanted.
でも一度言った言葉はもう取り返せないんだよね。
Yeah, Yeah, sometimes that's the case. Or rather, most of the time.
仕方ないって。アクタンもご主人様も幼かったんだから。大人みたいに感情を隠してうまく取り繕うなんてできるはずないでしょ。
それはそうだけど、でもやっぱり悪かったなって思うの。本人が私のこと忘れちゃってるから謝りようもないんだけどね。夢の女の子は私ですって言うのはダメなんでしょ？
そうね、お医者様から止められてるわ。ご主人様が自分の力で思い出すのが大事なんだって。じゃないと記憶がこんがらがって余計ひどいことになるかもって言ってたわ。
だよね。だから私はテオが思い出すまで絶対に言わないようにする。テオが苦しむところ見たくないから。
でもご主人様がいつアクタンのことを思い出すかわからないわよ。もしかしたら一生思い出すことはないかもしれない。それでもいい？
当たり前じゃん。私のわがままでテオを傷つけられないよ。私がテオのお世話をするのはひどいことを言っちゃった罪滅ぼしだから。テオを何回も夢の中で苦しめちゃってる分、いっぱいテオの役に立ちたいの。テオは私のことを思い出さなくてもいい。ただ穏やかに楽しく過ごしてくれればそれで十分なの。
Man.
私としてはいろいろ言いたいことはあるけど、アクタンの気持ちはアクタンのものだからね。だから今は黙っておく。でもしんどくなったらいつでも相談して。私はアクタンの味方だから。
ありがとうマリン。じゃあテオのご主人様のところに行ってくるね。アクアリウム。
Okay. I return to my room and wait for Miss Aqua. But I feel nervous because of what happened when we first met. The way she reacted was almost like she knew me, but I can't remember her at all. Could it be that she's a girl I've met before I lost my memory? I try my hardest to remember, racking my brain for even the slightest hint. But then a piercing pain rushes through my head. It's no use. I can't remember. I can't let Miss Aqua see me like this. It'd make her worry. Needing to distract my mind, I drop to my hands and knees. Then begin a regimen of rigorous exercises. As I complete a set of push-ups, crunches, sit-ups, and squats, I hear someone at the door.
アクアです。お部屋のお掃除に来ました。開けてもよろしいですか？
Yes, please come in. I get up and I wipe my sweat off with the towel. The door slowly opens.
失礼します。ってご主人様？なんで汗だくなんですか？
Sorry, I was just training for a bit. It smells sweaty in here, right? I'll open the windows. I walk up to a window, and as I open it wide, a warm, early summer breeze blows briskly into the room. You came to clean my room, right? Please don't mind me.
はい、失礼します。
Miss Aqua enters the room holding a duster and a bucket. At the same time, her eyes wander, surveying the room restlessly.
わあ、すごい豪華。ここがテオの部屋なんだ。絨毯もふかふかだし、家具に彫ってある模様も細かいし、貴族ってお金持ちなんだな。
Haha. My room's still pretty modest compared to my father's. It's decorated with all sorts of hunting trophies.
動物の剥製？
ちょっと夜に見たくないような。って私ってばまたタメ口で。すみません、本当にすみません。
Misako apologizes while bowing repeatedly. Her body is swinging so much that the bucket she's holding looks like it's about to spill. Don't worry about it. It doesn't bother me one bit. It's only your first day after all. Sister told me that this is your first time working as a maid, so please take a deep breath and calm down.
はい。
Feeling better now?
はい、ごめんなさい。もともと上がり症なんです。
No, you could have been one of those maids that does stuff when you're gone, you know? That are never... No need to apologize. It might take some time, but I'm sure you'll get used to me and the job.
テオじゃない、ご主人様は優しいですね。すごく安心しました。
Misako's shoulders relax and she gives me a gentle smile, making my heart skip a beat. I should be used to seeing beautiful people from high society, but she's special. Not like special in Mom Says You're Special. She makes me feel something I've never felt before.
ご主人様、どうして私をじっと見ているんですか？まさかやっぱり怒ってるんじゃ。
It's not that. I just found you a little captivating, that's all.
ああ、なるほど。私が可愛いわけないじゃないですか。貴族の人たちの方がよっぽど着飾ってますよ。
Hang on. Alright. Okay. Atso. Really? I think you're plenty cute. Though it's not something as simple as thinking she's cute. I feel a strong attraction from the depths of my soul, drawing me to her.
だから私が可愛いとかありえないですから。
Yeah, I get us as the viewer, like, we kind of, like, we've already made those connections or whatever. So, I don't know, if Theo's supposed to be the self-insert, there's a bit of a disconnect there, but I guess in this sort of, I don't know. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've played a VN.
私そんなにちょろい女じゃないですし、身の程もわきまえているので。
Oh. Give us a sec. What's this? Sorry. Got a little notification here. How professional of me.
あんまり甘い言葉言われても嬉しくありませんからね。
Oh. Okay. I'll remember not to do stuff like that. There's a little fight in her though. Misako quickly shuts me down and turns her head to the side. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I upset you?
別にそういうわけじゃ。ただ褒められるのに慣れていないだけで。
I'm also one to not take compliments either.
ともかくあんまり変なこと言わないでください。
But what if I... Alright, Theo. You're gonna have to figure that out yourself. I didn't mean for it to sound weird, but I understand.
じゃあそろそろお掃除しますね。ご主人様はくつろいでいてください。
Wow, that's really good. She set those boundaries like right away. Aqua's got it together a lot more than this game kind of lets on. I nod my head and sit down after grabbing a book to read.
よーし頑張るぞ
Miss Aqua fires herself up and begins cleaning the entrance. She dusts the floor, polishes the doorknob to a shine, and is overall very meticulous. Before long, I stop reading and simply watch her work.
お掃除ゴシゴシ楽しいなどんな汚れもアクアが解決ピッカピカにしてあげるあこんなところにホコリ発見私の目はごまかせないぞていていてい
Miss Aqua hums and swings the duster in a playful rhythm. She then wipes up the dust that falls to the floor with a rag. Did Miss Marin teach you how to clean?
はいここで働くことが決まった後に家事全般をみっちりと教え込まれました
Ah, no wonder you're so meticulous. Miss Marin was quite strict, right?
はいこの前なんか私が拭いた窓の枠を指で触ってあらやだこんなにホコリが残ってるじゃないやり直しって
Haha, that sounds exactly like her.
本当ですか長いこと一緒にいたので口調も覚えちゃいました
Oh, have you known Miss Marin for a long time?
そういうわけじゃないんですけどっていうか会ってから1ヶ月ぐらいしか経ってないですしまあいいじゃないですか私のことは次は本棚の掃除をしますね触ってはいけないものはありますか
Give me a second here. Okay, never mind. I corrected it. Let's get back here. Not particularly, but don't worry if you can't reach the top of the shelves. The bookshelves are over 2 meters tall, and I can just barely reach the very top of it if I stretch.
大丈夫ですよマリンから踏み台借りてきましたから
Miss Aqua goes out to the hallway and returns with a familiar step stool.
これを使えば一番上の段だって楽に掃除できますよほらこの通りあれ
Are shenanigans perhaps going to occur? Indeed, she can now reach the top shelf, but only just barely. She's only able to reach the edge, and that's as far as she can get, even if she stretches. Miss Marin's taller, so is she? Huh. So I guess the step stool is a bit too short for you.
マリンってば無駄に大きいから
Let's just focus on what we can clean today. The top can wait for another day.
はい申し訳ありません
Just get one of those stretchy ones that has the little bend in it. With a disappointed look, Miss Aqua slumps her shoulders and continues cleaning. I want to cheer her up somehow, so I go through my desk in search of a little present to give to her. I find a small bottle with candy in it. I just have this stuff lying around? Surely this will cheer her up a bit.
あともうちょっとで届きそうなんだけどよいしょギリギリ届かな
I look back at Miss Aqua to find her tiptoeing on the step stool, stretching her arms for dear life, trying to clean the top of the bookshelf. Her whole body is just wobbling dangerously, and it makes me feel anxious looking at her. Alright. Really, you don't have to force yourself.
大丈夫で ですよ。ちょっとジャンプすれば届きますから。うんしょ。
Jump. With a few short hops, she brushes the dust off the top of the bookshelf. And with each jump, her skirt flutters.
やった届きました。見てましたかご主人様。
Don't worry, it's one of the ones you're supposed to see. Oh, well, yes, you certainly did.
ですよねですよね。私ってばスーパーなんでもできるメイドさんですから。この調子で完璧にお掃除しちゃいますよ。
Every time Miss Aqua jumps and swings her duster on the step stool, the step stool rattles and shakes. She seems to be enjoying it, but it's making me really anxious. It looks dangerous, so I decide to stop her before things get bad. Anyway, it's dangerous to jump on a step stool, so you should stop before...
大丈夫ですよ。もうちょっとで終わりますから。
It's not that I'm worried you might fall off, but rather I can see your,
見ないで。
Too late! Miss Aqua lowers her arm to try to hold down her skirt. But as soon as she does, she loses her balance completely.
バランスが。
Watch out! Oh no. She loses her footing and falls, but I manage to catch her safely in my arms.
あれ私浮いてる？
Huh. Whew, that was close. I'm glad you weren't hurt.
はい。全然痛くなくて。
The once lively Miss Aqua looks into my eyes, and her already big and round eyes widen even more.
ごめんなさいご主人様。私
Ah! Please stay still, it's dangerous. Miss Aqua suddenly starts to flare her arms and legs about, so I hold her body firmly to keep from dropping her. Because of that, my face becomes closer to hers, so close that I can see each of her long eyelashes.
ご主人様近いです。
I'm sorry, I didn't want to drop you, so I...
いえ怒ってはいないんですけど、恥ずかしくてこんな風に抱っこされるの初めてですし、それに重いですよね。
Ha ha ha, 44 kilograms meme. Here somewhere. No, not at all. I lift about this much for my usual training.
普段どれだけの重りを使ってるんですか？
About 40 kilograms, a little lighter than you, I suppose. Oh, they did the thing. Oh, that's hilarious. Maybe 5? No, about 4.5 kilograms lighter, so you would be around 44.5 kilograms.
言わないでください。恥ずかしい。無理。
That's actually funny. That's a good way to work it in. I'm sorry. I won't say it again, so please stop struggling.
もう下ろして。
Alright, I'll put you down, so please don't cry. I carefully lower Miss Aqua to the ground. Speaking of myself, I think the heaviest this kettlebell here is 40. One of those adjustable ones. Let me look at it. Yeah, 40. So I guess she's a little more than this. Okay. Then I try all sorts of things to calm her down and cheer her up.
ごめんなさい。ご迷惑をおかけして。完璧にお掃除しなきゃって張り切りすぎちゃいました。
No one gets it right the first time.
しかもご主人様に助けてもらったのにいっぱい失礼なこと言っちゃって。 私もしかしてクビですか？
Don't worry, I'd never fire you. Everyone makes mistakes. That's how we learn. Try to cheer her up by showing her a little present that I prepared earlier. Why don't we take a little break and have something sweet? Here, have some candy.
でもメイドがご主人様のものを食べるわけにはいきません。それにこのキャンディー大粒だし砂糖がかかっててすごく高そうじゃないですか。こんなの見たことありませんよ。
It's fine, take it. Just don't tell Sister or Miss Marin, though, okay? I firmly place a candy in Miss Aqua's hand, and she hesitantly puts it in her mouth.
甘い。それに大粒だから口の中が幸せでいっぱい。はあ、こんなに美味しいキャンディー生まれて初めて食べました。
Do you like sweets?
はい、砂糖は高くて実家ではなかなか食べられないので。
I'm sure Miss Marin could prepare cookies or cake if we asked. Would you like some?
いや、ダメですよ。これ以上高価なものをもらったら私が怒られちゃいますって。そりゃすごく食べたいですけど。でもやっぱりダメです。
Well, she has a point. I've never seen or heard of nobles and maids eating the same thing. I guess that's just a given. But I can't say it doesn't make me a little sad. I'm sorry, I said something weird. Please forget it.
私こそごめんなさい。生意気なことを言ってますよね。
There's no need to apologize. You are right after all, Miss Aqua.
でも
As if troubled by her own thoughts, her head and shoulders droop low again. I want to cheer her up somehow, so I say everything positive I can think of. Please don't be discouraged by this. It's not your fault, Miss Aqua. Okay? You should keep your chin up. It'd be a shame to hide such a cute face under gloomy shadows. Oh no, I did the thing again. Or, Theo did the thing again. The moment I say that, her face turns bright red as a ripe tomato.
今可愛いって私のこと可愛いって言いました？でもそれって私を気遣ってお世辞言ってるだけですよね。貴族は口がうまいって言いますし、すみません、普通に喜んでしまって。
Dang. Once again, Miss Aqua's shoulders slump, and a gloom returns to her face. It wasn't my intention to sweet talk. This is a lot harder than I thought. It wasn't out of courtesy, I promise you. I really think you have a pretty face, but most of all, I find your sincerity and the way you work so hard especially cute.
それぐらいで。
I also find it adorable how you make small mistakes. So I really think you are a charming...
ちょっと待ってください。今まであんまり褒められたことないからびっくりしちゃって、息がしづらくて、もう十分ご主人様の気持ちは伝わりましたから、そのぐらいにしてもらえませんか？はあ、はあ。
I'm sorry, I just wanted to tell you how I truly felt. I wasn't lying or trying to sweet talk.
だからそういうのがびっくりしちゃうっていうか、やっぱりテオは昔と変わらないね。
Huh? Did you say something just now?
独り言ですよ。何でもありません。
Miss Aqua smiles as if she's just found a great treasure. I'm curious as to what she said, but I don't want to ruin our moment, so I decide not to pursue it.
よーし、お仕事の続きしますね。今度は失敗しませんよ。ほらほら、ご主人様は座っててください。
Hi. Miss Aqua pushes me back to my seat. Left with nothing else to do, I take out my pocket watch. It's a very important watch that sister gave me. I get it. Clever. There are some fingerprints on it, so I polish it carefully with soft cloth.
お、眩しい。
Mabushi.
ご主人様、眩しいです。角度変えてください。
I look up and see a bright beam of light shining onto Miss Aqua's face. Oops. The watch is reflecting the sunlight. I'm sorry. I promise that wasn't on purpose.
目がチカチカしました。ご主人様の懐中時計、すごくピカピカなんですね。
Yes, it's a precious watch that sister gave me. I always polish it every day when I have time. I remember the day I was given this watch. Speaking of which, where's my watch? Oh, there it is. Since it has our family's crest prominently engraved on it, the moment I received it was when I truly understood what it meant for me to be a member of the Francois family. Wanting to live up to those expectations, I do my best every day so that I'll become an heir worthy of this watch.
ご主人様にとってとても大切な時計なんですね。
Yeah, I carry it with me all the time. It's a special treasure that represents the bond I have with sister.
いいですね。絆が伝わるものって、私は兄弟がいないから羨ましいです。
You don't have to be related by blood to form a bond. I'm sure there will come a time when you will also find a treasure of your own.
だといいんですけど。
Did the thing again. What did she say there? Backlog. Miss Aqua takes out a cloth and begins to wipe the window, not wanting to bother her anymore. I pick up a thick book. Is there any like paperwork you gotta do there, Theo? The path to becoming an illustrious lord requires constant study. I need to do my best so I can catch up with sister as soon as possible.
アクアリウム。はあ、緊張した。もうクタクタ。テオと会うだけでも緊張するのに、おしゃべりしたりお菓子もらったり、しかもお姫様抱っこまでされちゃうなんて、心臓がいくつあっても足りないよ。
I don't know, you got a lot farther than a lot of these VN protagonists. That's a win. Aqua collapses at her desk. There's absolutely no way she can let Theo or Fubuki see her like this.
でも嫌じゃなかったんだよね。テオの顔見るだけで嬉しくなっちゃったし、 もっとおしゃべりしたいって思っちゃったし、一緒にいたいって思っちゃった。それに昔と変わらず優しかったし、可愛いって言ってくれたし、ダメ、変な顔になっちゃう。
Aqua recalls Theo's kind words, and her face lights up bright red.
ダメだよテオ、あんまり私優しくしちゃう。私わがままになる。昔のことを全部教えて、私の本当の気持ち伝えたくなっちゃうよ。そんなことできっこないんだけどね。テオに迷惑かけちゃうし、お嬢様との約束だって。
私がどうかしましたか？
お嬢様、どうしてここに？
ちょっと甘いものが欲しくなりまして。何かありますか？
Oh, I just noticed she has the thing. I don't know, I see a lot of Grand Blue characters with that. Interesting design choice.
ちょっと待ってください。
Aqua jumps out of her chair and starts searching the shelves. Starts to search the shelves.
マリンからこの辺りにお菓子はまとめてあるって聞いてて、あ、クッキー見つけました。
Aqua opens a big container containing raisin cookies and shows it to Fubuki.
ありがとうございます。いくつか持っていきますね。
わざわざいらっしゃらなくてもお声掛けいただければお持ちしますけど。
ちょっと館の中を散歩したい気分だったんです。気にしないでください。
Fubuki takes out a few cookies and wraps them neatly in her handkerchief.
そういえばテオの部屋の掃除は終わったようですね。どうでしたか、初仕事は。
とても緊張しましたし、ちょっと失敗してしまいました。
でもテオは笑って許してくれたでしょ。
はい、とても優しかったです。
Very kind.
そうでしょう、そうでしょう。自慢の弟ですからね。貴族の息子としては優しすぎるところもありますけど、それもテオの美徳でしょう。立派に育ってフランス家を継いでくれることを期待しています。女では家を継げませんからね。
Yeah, probably after this aqua view, I'm gonna call it. Fubuki and Theo's mother passed away from an illness when they were still young. Because of that, Fubuki is just not Theo's older sister, but also almost like a nurturing mother figure to him. In other words, oh, that's loud. Holy hell. In other words, nothing in the world is more precious to Fubuki than Theo.
それでテオは昔のことを思い出しそうですか。
Ah, okay. So she engineered this.
まだわかりません。今日は思い出していないようでした。
そうですか。まあもう少し様子を見ましょう。アクアさん、あなたを雇った理由ちゃんと覚えていますか。
Ah, okay.
ご主人様の記憶を取り戻すためですよね。
And once that happens, you're gone?
ええ。テオは記憶を取り戻さない限り悪夢を見続けるでしょう。このまま続いてしまえば精神を病んでしまうかもしれません。
I'm sure Theo's got a little more grit than that. I don't know. Visual novel, fictional story. Fine. Aqua falls silent as she feels the weight of it all on her shoulders. Noticing this, Fubuki gently smiles.
ですがアクアさんがそばにいれば早く、そして自然と記憶を取り戻すことができるでしょう。失った記憶の中に存在する女の子はあなたなのですから。
Dang.
あなたの仕事はできる限りテオのそばにいること。決して無理に過去を思い出させようとしてはいけませんよ。
心得ています、お嬢様。
Aqua nods sincerely at the reminder that she has heard many times since they first met. You mustn't ever talk about the past when you are with Theo. Aqua, I will take you in to be his maid until he regains his memories. This is the promise that Fubuki and Aqua made.
ありがとうアクアさん。あなたのおかげで希望が持てます。
Yeah, I guess anything for Theo for her. And Aqua gets to help in that. Because she's guilty of something. I don't know. Maybe it'll turn out that way. I don't know. There's that whole story at the beginning.
テオのいる前では主人として振る舞わなくてはいけないですが、いない時であればもっと気軽に接してください。あなたはメイドではなく私の協力者なのですから。
Dun dun dun.
はい、お嬢様。
ちょっと硬いですね。マリンとは親しく話していると聞いてますよ。もっと
無理ですよ。だってお嬢様はお嬢様じゃないですか。
じゃあ吹雪って呼び捨てにしてみるとか。
おー。
そんなことできるわけないじゃないですか。余計に無理です。
慌てるアクアさんは可愛いですね。もっとからかいたくなります。
意地悪しないでくださいよ。もう
ごめんなさい。私は部屋に戻りますね。テオのことこれからもよろしくお願いします。
Fubuki merrily leaves the kitchen. Now alone, Ako ponders over what Fubuki has told her.
テオのそばにいる代わりに過去の出来事は一切口にしてはいけない。テオのためにもちゃんと守らなきゃ。アクアリウム。
Alright. What?
セーブするよ。本当に大丈夫？
Alright. Calling it. I just quickly slapped this thing together, did some minimal testing, and yeah, something about it playing back those videos is a problem. Let's see if I could go back to the menu screen.
タイトル画面に戻るよ。
See how it treats it. Yeah, maybe I can just mess around the settings and see what happens there, but yeah, not so bad so far. First VN in a while. So, and it's an easy read. The cast isn't too big that I'm like, huh? Ooh. Yeah, there's some VNs out there that are like, woof. Like 3 kingdoms here or something. Okay. I'm gonna give this a shot. If it fails, whatever, but let's just see.
エンターグラム。アクアリウム。
Yeah, that whole blank part was just this opening here. It's pretty great. I don't recall if those CGs were animated. I might just be for that opening. Ooh, that was Aquarium. I will probably be playing this. At least until I'm able to play Witch Spring R again. Yeah, it's a good game. If you haven't gotten it already, it's out on Steam. It's in English. I don't know if apparently there's an extra scenario that came down for all versions of this game on every platform. I copped the Switch Special Edition, but didn't get too far with it. But kind of easier that it's English now. I don't know if it's coming down for those other platforms. You're gonna have to check that out for yourself. But Steam, definitely English. Good stuff. Good night.